In North Idaho, all groups in phase 1 and 2 are now eligible to receive the coronavirus vaccine. So what you need to know about getting an appointment.
So beginning in mid-April, we expect to make additional individuals eligible for the vaccine.
Big news in Washington's fight against COVID-19. Today, Governor Inslee laid out a timeline for the state's vaccine rollout. We break down when you could be eligible.
And it's still unclear when there will be new vaccine appointments at the Spokane Arena mass vaccination site. So today we pressed the Washington State Health Secretary for answers.
Beautiful weather today. It continues on Friday, but it all changes over the weekend. I'll have your forecast next.
Vaccination efforts are ramping up in both Washington and Idaho, and now essential workers are expected to get their vaccine by the end of the month. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Welcome everyone. I'm Whitney Ward. Now new this afternoon, Washington Governor Jay Inslee announced more essential workers qualify, and they will by March 22nd across the state line in Idaho. We also know many can already make their appointments. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley is joining us now live from the Kootenai County Fairgrounds. Hi, Amanda.
Good evening, Mark and Whitney. A spokesperson with Panhandle Health says it started to notice the demand for scheduling appointments started to slow down for that vaccination. So that is why the health district felt it was necessary to move forward into the next eligible phase, that group 2.3. Now it received permission from the state to move forward and it is effective immediately. Those who are now eligible for the vaccine include people working at grocery and convenience stores, food and agriculture workers, flight crews, postal service, and public utility workers.
One of our goals to not have any wastage of the vaccine. So that's another reason why we need to move forward with a phase and really get the word out that, the phases that are eligible right now, please schedule your appointment.
Next week, there are several openings for vaccination appointments at the Kootenai County Fairgrounds. There are a few ways you can sign up through the Panhandle Health District website. Now, after selecting Kootenai County for your appointment location, a new window will pop up for available appointments offered at the fairgrounds. Select a date and scroll down to view available times. Right now, March 10th has quite a few open slots. The fairgrounds is not the only vaccination site in Kootenai County. Back on the Panhandle Health main vaccination page, scroll down to the bottom for a link to the list of 5 local providers also offering the vaccine. The PDF includes links to schedule an appointment with those specific providers. Now, there is also a federal retail pharmacy program with a list of 21 national pharmacy partners who are also offering the COVID-19 vaccine. That list includes Walmart and Walgreens. You can schedule an appointment for the vaccine with those specific pharmacies by visiting their direct websites. Reporting in Coeur d'Alene, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Amanda, thank you very much. And to continue our team coverage now, a big announcement from Governor Jay Inslee today as well. Essential workers like grocery store employees will be eligible to get vaccinated starting later this month. KREM 2 political reporter Casey Decker explains the next stage of vaccinations here in Washington. Casey?
Well, Mark, like you said, this is good news for folks like grocery store employees. People who have been working in big congregate settings like those should now be eligible to get a shot before the end of the month in Washington. But it's important to note this is all tentative. It depends on whether the state actually gets enough doses to make it happen. If it doesn't, it could all be delayed. But take a look at the tentative timeline the governor released today. The plan you can see here, in less than 3 weeks, congregate workers could get vaccinated. So in addition to grocery store employees, that includes a large number of agriculture employees, food processing employees, as well as other frontline workers from firefighters to bus drivers. This tier will also include people who are pregnant or have a high-risk disability. Now, in terms of the list of those disabilities or the list of those congregate settings, we're still waiting on Department of Health guidance for how exhaustive that list is. Anyway, 3 weeks after that March 22nd date, a new wave of eligible people over the age of 50 with at least 2 comorbidities. Now, the list of what counts as a comorbidity is pretty long. The best way to see if you'll qualify is probably just use that phase finder tool. You can also go to the CDC website. And then 2 weeks after that, another tier. Basically, everyone with at least 2 comorbidities will become eligible. So too will people who live in large congregate settings. That includes homeless shelters, for instance. The governor said today this is all possible thanks to ramped up federal efforts to distribute doses more quickly, as well as that new Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
I have to tell you, I am thrilled at the progress that our federal government is making in combination with these manufacturers to increase supplies. I had a discussion with the CEO of Pfizer day before yesterday, who gave us high confidence that these supplies will continue to increase. So what we've done today, we believe these steps are going to make this vaccine much more available for Washingtonians, and we were thrilled by this information.
Again, this plan is tentative. It could change. And right now, it's still basically just healthcare workers, seniors, and now teachers who are currently eligible, but certainly a long-awaited update for many frontline workers who have been out there doing their jobs during this pandemic for about a year now. They're finally going to have at least a glimmer of real hope to get vaccinated soon. Mark, Whitney.
All right, Casey, thank you very much tonight. And Spokane Public Schools says 900 staff members will likely be vaccinated by the end of this week. Teachers with the district are encouraged to attend a pop-up clinic, which is at Gonzaga University, to get their first dose of the COVID vaccine. It started today. It will run through Saturday. SPS says Chaz is also heading up vaccine clinics at Rogers, Ferris, and Shadle High Schools. That is also for teachers in need of getting their second dose of the vaccine.
We have staff members with health conditions and real true need for having a vaccine so that they can safely return to work. And so very exciting and a huge sense of relief, like you say, that we can have them in the classroom and know that they're going to have that protection.
SPS hopes that all of the nearly 4,200 employees in the district will be vaccinated by the end of March. As of right now, the school district has not planned safety procedures for teachers and staff that do not wish to be vaccinated, but they have heard that some employees are opting out. She adds that some appointments are still available for SPS staff on the Chaz website, so employees can sign up there, and she says they should while they can.
Meantime, vaccine appointments are available at Gonzaga University through Chaz Health. The COVID-19 vaccine clinic runs from today until Saturday. Chaz asks patients to confirm their eligibility on Washington's Phase Finder website before scheduling an appointment on the Chaz Health website. Anyone getting an appointment time must be a registered patient or register as a patient to qualify.
And vaccinations are also happening at Gonzaga's Field House in the Martin Center or in the parking lot, which is adjacent to the McCarthy Athletic Center and the School of Law. Now, they're expecting up to 1,300 visitors daily at that location.
Along with those vaccination clinics, there are a number of other providers across the inland Northwest. Local pharmacies can also distribute the vaccine. Those can be found at Walmart, Fred Meyer, Safeway, CVS, Costco, and more. You can see a full list of locations, including how to check for an appointment on krem.com, or just text us the word vaccine to 509-448-2000 and we'll send a link directly to your phone.
A KREM 2 exclusive tonight. One Durham bus attendant in Spokane has died after testing positive for COVID-19. This comes after Durham Bus Services says 28 employees, including bus drivers and other personnel, all tested positive for COVID. Nearly 60 other employees who had been exposed to the virus also had to go into quarantine.
Miss him a whole lot. We love you, brother, and we hope to see you again someday.
62-year-old Dave Simpson was there every morning and every afternoon to assist with SPS students with disabilities on his bus. 5 days after contracting COVID, his family says he stopped breathing. In our KREM 2 exclusive tonight, our Morgan Trow spoke with the family about his final days. You can watch that full story during our newscast coming up tonight on KREM 2 News at 6.
Let's take a break from the headlines for a moment to talk weather. Today we are experiencing close to 60-degree temperatures. Might even break 60 tomorrow. Let's get straight to Tom in the Outdoor Weather Center. And Tom, my goodness, this warm weather, I'm certainly loving it. What about you?
Oh, totally loving it, and I needed it. I think almost everyone needed it, but this is not typical March weather. We're going to see typical March weather return over the weekend and for most of next week. So enjoy the rest of today and really enjoy Friday, because we're tracking the warmest temperatures of the week, I think, are going to be on Friday. Then we've got cooler weather, windy weather, and a chance of even some wet snow Saturday morning. Wouldn't stick around, but we'll look for temperatures to drop back down into the 40s. Right now we're at 56 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. I can see the sun just on the horizon over here, but really I've got cloud cover now all across the sky, except at the lower elevation there, right at the horizon, and that's where the sun is, as it's pretty close to getting, it's still about another 25 minutes away from it setting. We'll look for an overnight low of 38 degrees under mostly clear skies this evening, and then a daytime high tomorrow of 61 degrees. Let's look ahead to the weekend, shall we? And again, we're looking for temperatures to climb into the upper 40s, both Saturday and Sunday, but it'll be windy on Saturday, and there's a chance of rain and rain-snow mix for early Saturday morning. We'll talk more about that with a look at your 7-day forecast, all coming up in a few minutes.